Silicone grease is a great lubricant for scuba diving O-rings, but should we put them on every single O-ring? Hi, all of you awesome scuba divers out there. Welcome to the Scuba Diver Magazine channel, and welcome to Ask Mark, our scuba diving Q&A, where I, Mark, former dive instructor, do my best to answer your scuba diving questions. So if you do have any diving questions, pop them down in the comment section underneath this video. Use this Ask Mark hashtag to get it featured in an up and coming video. And yeah, in the meantime, I type out a response so you get a response sooner rather than later, and the community does an awesome job of answering questions that I miss as well, so thank you everyone for doing that. But yeah, today I'm answering a question from Leolo about how much silicone grease should go on certain O-rings. So Leolo M7M says, "Hi Mark, thanks so much for the video. I have a question. My dive center actually added a fair amount of silicone grease to my swivel pin between my short hose and my transmitter. Is it actually necessary, and would that affect the long-term use of my transmitter? Should I clean up the silicone grease?" So silicone grease we use on some O-rings. If it's, I'm just going to go on a quick tangent here. If it's for enriched air, if we're using a higher concentration of oxygen, we tend to use something different. There's lots of different brand names for it, and they're a lot more expensive than silicone grease. But silicone grease can react with high concentrations of oxygen. So anything up to 40%. We'll use silicone grease because it's cheap and readily available. Anything over 40%, we'll use a special Crystal Lube or Krytox or whatever it is, depending on what's cheapest or most efficient at the time. But yeah, silicone grease, do you put it on every single O-ring? No. There are two types of O-rings. You get static and dynamic O-rings. Static O-rings, as the name suggests, kind of stick in one spot, and they just create that seal. Dynamic O-rings have some kind of movement to them. So whether, I'm not going to do that hand motion, whether there's a piston or something going through, but you need a seal around it, but it needs to move along that, they often get greased, because if you don't put any, they can dry and harden, and as that part moves inside, it can twist and pull, and it just the O-rings disintegrate. So some O-rings do require greasing. If you grease some O-rings and some threads, it can lead to over torquing. So you do have to be quite careful on where you put that grease, how much grease you put on, because just like camera seals, if you put too much silicone grease on a seal, it can attract what do you call it, lint and dust and hair and stuff. So you don't want too much, and if you put way too much in, yeah, it can actually clog things up. And over time, silicone grease, it does kind of harden, so I don't usually put too much in. With a swivel pin, the swivel pin is this part that goes between your hose and your submersible pressure gauge or your wireless air transmitter. It's there to, as the name suggests, to allow your submersible pressure gauge to swivel. Without it, if when it's fully tightened up, if your submersible pressure gauge is facing away from you, then you'd have to twist the hose to be able to read your gauge, which is kind of annoying. So there's that swivel pin that allows the submersible pressure gauge to actually swivel, but you need those dynamic O-rings to allow it to swivel. So yes, there should be some silicone grease, but if there's a lot of silicone grease, it's gonna clog things up. So how I usually do it, and how I was taught to do it, is whenever you have an O-ring, just put just the teeny tiniest of dabs of silicone grease on the tip of your finger, and then just rub the O-ring between two fingers with that silicone grease, and that's it, basically. Just pop it on and you're done. Anything more, and from a dive center's perspective, it is wasting costs, because anything more than that really tiny film on the outside is just excess. So that's just your profits that you're squidging away in someone's high pressure hose. So ultimately, yeah, I would clean it up. You only really need the very lightest of greases, especially on something like a swivel pin. I've used swivel pins without any kind of grease before, and it's been perfectly fine. Yeah, they're as much as they're a dynamic O-ring, they don't move that frequently. No one sits there in the water just twiddling the submersible pressure gauge or their wireless air transmitter, but there is some movement there, so it's quite nice to give it some kind of lubrication, but I wouldn't put too much on. That's just a bit excessive. And if it's something that you've picked up on and you notice there's a lot of silicone grease, yeah, I just clean it up, and I wouldn't clean it all off, just enough so that it's just a light film, just so that, yeah, 3 years down the road, you're not trying to scrape off this like gummy, grubby silicone. Any other questions, by all means pop them down in the comment section. Use this @smart hashtag to get it featured in an up-and-coming video. Otherwise, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, do all that good social media stuff. Thank you for listening, everybody, and of course, safe diving.